Two beautiful girls are reading a book on a park bench. One of the girls looked in the distance, and she felt something strange. Everyone didn't move. It like time was stopped. A man is walking backwards. Only one dog can function properly. Suddenly the girl next to her took out the hairpin and stabbed her neck. On the construction site, a person fell from above. Following that, many people followed him. The number is continuously increasing. This movie has an extremely low investment, but has a great quality. The name of today's movie is The Happening. Elliot is a biologist at a university. He is teaching students in class. At that moment, the vice principal found him to talk. The principal said that there was a terrorist attack in the park, most likely a gas bomb attack. To ensure safety, the school decided to give students a period of time off. Elliot's wife stayed at home watching the news. Too many people were committing suicide. The government is fully investigating the incident. The whole city is in a state of crisis. On the street, a wind blew, making every people stop. Only one dog was barking loudly. Suddenly there was a gunshot. The police fell down. There was a man on getting off the car. His gesture was extremely stiff. He leaned down to pick up the gun. Then he shot himself to death. Next, a woman grabbed the gun again. Elliot's family is preparing for a long vacation. They were talking in the subway, then the subway suddenly stopped. Police said that they had lost contact with the command center. They couldn't let the subway with no signal go around. Elliot has no idea where he is. The police told him that by then, no one would have contact with the outside world. Everyone's locked up here. Everyone immediately went to a nearby restaurant to rest. A woman showed people the video that her sister sent. In the zoo, a man suddenly used himself as bait for a lion. At this time, the television broadcast the news. So this was not a terror attack. The city they are in is at the center of this incident. The power was suddenly cut off. People assumed that, if they continued to stay in this place, everyone would die. People ran away in panic. Elliot and his wife also ran out. A man named Nursery stopped and said that he could give them a ride. A man named Julian entrusted his daughter to Elliot. Then he went to another way to find his wife. Along the way, they found a lot of people hanging themselves on the tree. Julian blocked all the vents in the car. However, when he raised his head, he saw a gap above the car. After that, the car stopped and suddenly accelerated and crashed straight into the tree. On the other hand, Elliot's group is safe. Nursery is a botanist. He tells everyone that he knows how to prevent poison gas. These things he has studied before. It is a plant. It will react to human behavior. On the way, they found a lot of bodies. They feared and immediately changed their direction. But the other road is seriously congested. Everyone gathered together. Many of them had lost loved ones. The little girl's expression was extremely pitiful. She seemed to sense something. She hugged Elliot and cried loudly. Everyone researched the solution together. One soldier suggested that everyone split into two groups to go to a safe area. They quietly walked on the savannah. Because they were with a little girl, Elliot and his wife were in the second group. A breeze passed, and the group of people in front stopped. A soldier suddenly shouted that he had a gun, and he would kill everyone. Then he walked backwards. Gunshots resounded continuously. Elliot's group was in shock. Elliot thinks the group above has already been hit by the poison gas. It is true that plants recognize toxic gases. Because the group above was outnumbered, they were attacked first. As we were talking, a wind was coming. Everyone quickly ran away. But how can humans fight nature? They couldn't run in time, so they waited for death to come. The wind stopped. Everyone seemed okay. Elliot felt it was due to the number of people. Because they have so few people, there's no effect of the wind. During the run, people found a room. Elliot searched for map documentation. He wants to find a place with few people. When the group ran to the mountainside, they saw some people in the distance. Elliot said that there were too many people there, so they wouldn't be affected by the wind. Then, the lawnmower slowly crushed a man. Elliot and the other people ran to outside a house. Elliot knocked to indicate that he was not a bad guy, but the family members did not want to open the door for them. One of the boys in the group was so angry that he broke the door directly. They cursed at the people in the house. Then, the person in the house took out the gun. Elliot ran to stop their actions but could not. A boy was gone. After that, the remaining boy was also killed. The little girl who saw these things was extremely scared. The family members chased away the rest. In the house, two elderly people wearing gas masks sit and watch TV. The news says that the range of the toxic gas is increasing. Everyone should do well in prevention. The Elliot group finds an old house. There is an old woman sitting outside. She asked coldly if they were lost. She has agreed to help 3 people. During dinner, the little girl wants to take food from the table, but gets beaten in the hand by the old woman. She said the girl should eat her own food. At night, when the three of them were talking in the living room, the old woman suddenly appeared. She was so strange that she asked if they wanted to steal her things. After saying that, she quickly leaves, and Elliot stands bewildered. In the morning, Elliot went into the room to look for the old woman, only to find a doll lying on the bed. Suddenly the old woman appeared in the back and accused him of wanting to steal her things. She quickly chased them away. However, she ran outside first. Elliot ran to explain, but he found out the old woman had been hit by poison gas. Elliot quickly returned to the house and closed the door. She started pounding her head hard on the glasses, making her face full of blood. Elliot quickly ran up to one room and closed all the doors. After that, he found out that the wife and the little girl were not found. The two are in a warehouse in the distance playing. Elliot used the cord to tell the two of them that the old woman had died from the poison gas. The two of them quickly closed the door. Elliot is extremely desperate. He told his wife that he wanted to die by her side. After saying that he went out of the house, the other two did too. But they are okay. Perhaps everything is over. They went back to the house. 3 months later, Elliot and his wife become the little girl's legal guardians. The incident just finished has a huge impact on the world, but everything has been resolved. At this time, the wife sees the pregnancy test stick showing 2 lines. Elliot is extremely happy when he knew the information. The next day, when Elliot went for a walk in the park with his friends, everyone was motionless again. The movie has an open ending for everyone to speculate on the next story. The earth is where people live. It provides people with many resources and people constantly use it wastefully. When the earth's patience reached its limit, these things will probably really happen. At that time, did humans really withstand the vengeance of nature?